Hello, darlings.
Hi, people.
This is the Witches, Magic, Murder, and Mystery podcast.
I am Kara.
I'm Megan.
And here's Olive, just sleeping.
Just asleep, and she might wake up. We'll see.
Who knows?
We're here with a side piece.
Yes.
And we got some ghost stories.
We do. So we asked you all to send in your ghost witchy stories, and you all did not disappoint. We have so many.
You sent in so many.
So we're going to have to break this into different episodes because we have so many. So today we're going to start with 2.
Yes. And I thought before we talk about the ghost stories, there's been some true crime happenings that maybe we wanted to talk about. The whole Madeleine McCann thing.
That's wild.
Right?
Whoa.
So there was a woman in Poland who came forward, and she was saying that she didn't know much about her history. And when she asked questions, she felt like the answers she got were weird. And Madeleine had a condition in her eye that I think it was like a hole in some part of her eye that was visible. Yeah. And you can see it in pictures. It looks like just a black spot in her eye. And this girl has that.
So wild.
And she also has some kind of freckle. She said that she has a similar freckle that Madeleine has. So she's like, I think I'm Madeleine McCann. And the age wasn't quite right, but it was only off by a few years. So she's like, maybe my birth date's a lie.
Yeah.
And so the second it came out, I had people texting me and they're like, what do you think? You know, because I'm the expert, you know.
We have a true crime podcast and we know it all.
And I was just like, I don't know. It seems
fishy.
I don't see how anyone could have hidden Madeleine McCann.
Right.
Because that case blew up.
Oh, it was
and had so much publicity. Yeah. Publicity. Words are hard.
They're hard.
And so I was pretty skeptical, but then also kind of hopeful. I was like, it would be really.
Yeah.
I can't decide. Like, it would be great.
Yeah.
To find out that she was alive.
Yeah.
Also, how sad that would still be for her family to be like, God, she was alive this whole time.
And we missed out on so many years with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Polish police have now come out and said that they have kind of debunked her story. Yeah. They haven't given details on how they've exactly ruled it out. So it's kind of still developing. Today is February 28th.
Yeah.
It is.
Don't come at us.
12:40 p.m. Yeah. Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, with our luck, something new will break at 2 o'clock. But as it stands right now, it seems like that's over.
It's not happening. Yeah.
I am curious, though, if this is something that this woman does. Is she just kind of somebody that makes up big stories? Or has she been through something else? Why doesn't she remember? Why doesn't she know anything about her childhood?
Somebody look into her past.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And then the other thing is that the Murdaugh murders.
Oh my gosh.
There's a whole docuseries now on Netflix. The Murdaugh murders, I think they're in their closing arguments now in the trial or something like that. I have not been paying attention to the trial.
I haven't either. And I kind of need.
I want to.
Yeah. Like I have.
I just know it will take over my life.
Right. Exactly.
So I haven't had time to delve into it yet. Because when all of that was happening, it was taking over my life. Like I still remember where I was exactly.
Right.
When I heard, oh, he's gotten attacked on some rural road and someone shot him in the head and he survived. And right then at dinner with all my friends, I was like, no, he did not.
He did it.
He shot himself or he planned it. But that didn't happen. But even I'm stunned by more and more of the information that I have heard come out of that trial. And just everything that went down when his wife and son were murdered.
Right.
I mean, I can't believe that story. So Murdaugh Murders, a Southern Scandal. And that Murdaugh, it's Murdaugh. I've heard it pronounced a million different ways.
Murdaugh.
Yeah. And you know how any way that I pronounce it's going to be incorrect.
It's always the right way when we tell you.
That's right.
So if anybody says it otherwise.
Yeah, just be like, excuse me, Megan and Kara said this. But I really want to watch this docuseries. Yes. But I really want to have a watch party on Patreon, even if it's just for the first episode.
Yeah.
I just don't know how.
Yeah, how does everybody log in at the same time?
Yeah, there's got to be a live chat feature somewhere.
Yeah.
That we can find. But if you are in the Patreon.
And you want to do that.
Yeah, we'll put a post up.
Or if you just want to join for $5 real quick and do it.
Join in. Yeah, because we'll make it for everybody on the Patreon. I just love watching that kind of stuff with other people who love this kind of stuff. Yeah. Kara at one point hosted a thing at her coffee shop. Or no, it wasn't the coffee shop then.
It was my salon.
It was your salon. And we watched,
Abducted in plain sight.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And everybody was horrified. Yeah.
My mom's question.
Her mom was there. It was the first time I ever met Kara's mom. And my friend Austin came, and we were all just like, oh my God. Because, abducted in plain sight is a wild ride.
Yes.
But I would like to recreate that.
Yes.
With Patreon.
Virtually.
It'd be really fun. So we're going to figure out how to make that happen.
Yes.
And the very last thing I wanted to tell you all is that we created a TikTok account just for the podcast.
Yes.
We've kind of been posting podcast stuff on my personal account. And now we're just going to try to do more of a true podcast account.
And it's my hope that I can this will force me to put my face out there. I need to start doing
Kara has a perfect face, and I don't understand why she doesn't. If I had your face, I would be like, everybody look at me all the time.
Look at me right now.
So our TikTok account is at WMMM Podcast.
So go follow.
Yes. If you are on TikTok, you can follow us there.
And send us all the things.
You can also follow me at Megan Makes Jokes.
Yes.
But primarily podcast.
If you follow my personal one, I'm not going to do anything on there. I think I just have one TikTok.
That's mostly Soph's.
It really is my kid. The For You page is equine stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what's popular anymore.
Yeah. I always think it's funny when I talk to adults and they're like, I looked at my kid's TikTok. I hate it. I don't know why any of you like TikTok. I'm like, yeah, it's because you're on your kid's TikTok.
Right, exactly.
You need to get an account and make your own algorithm get to know you, because I tell you, once TikTok knows you and knows what to show
it
you.
used to be hot lesbians and true crime stuff, and now it's equine.
So. Perfect.
Great.
Okay. I think that's all.
Yep.
I have. Now, ghost stories.
Ghost.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Okay.
Do we know? I assume we're okay to say these people's names.
Yes. I told them to put it in there if it wasn't okay.
Okay.
And these two, it's fine.
Great.
So this is Carrie Kennedy. Hi, I'm the one who said Kara reminds me of a beautiful Irish witchy woman on Facebook. And just a little note to add, I expect Megan to speak with a Scottish accent each time I see her on TikTok or Instagram. I have issues. Anyway, my ghost story.
I can't speak with any accent except this one.
She really can't, guys. It's
real sad.
Struggle for her. Yeah. We can do a good Southern country accent, country bumpkin.
Yeah, that's a real stretch for me.
Yeah. Okay, so Carrie says, I've always been a little psychic and could see things happening before they did. Just little things like passing a fire engine when I was young, saying that we'll be going to our street soon, and getting home from a day out later, finding there was a house fire on our street.
Ooh, that sounds like Willow.
It sounds exactly like Willow. She said I would walk along and kick cigarette packets. I stopped at one without touching it and picked it up and passed it to my mom, and it was almost full. Another time, I was walking in a shop and saw a flash of red. My mom shouting, so I shouted, stop. I turned around as my mom was just about to pick up a decorative knife. So I guess she saw her mom cutting herself with it. So anyway, my cousin was suffering with end-stage cancer. I awoke through the night and he was standing by my bed and I was freezing cold. I closed my eyes and said, please go away. She said she regrets it now, but she's terrified and only about 17. Mm-hmm. I opened my eyes and he had gone. The next morning, I asked my mom. She says, Mom, if he had passed. And she said, no. 20 minutes later, we got the call that he had passed through the night. Oh. My dad used to tell me to practice my gift and it would get stronger, but it was a nope. I would speak to my granddad when I was 2 after he passed and tell my mom messages from him. I don't experience it much now because I closed myself off from it as much as I could, but I do still feel things from time to time, and it's just known it's a kind of premonition. If only I could do it with lottery numbers. Love the podcast. You're both my faves. Thanks for the entertainment.
Oh. So what do you think? If you had that kind of ability, would you do what her dad said and kind of practice it to make it be stronger? Or would it, I think there are parts about it that would be hard.
I honestly think I would. Willow, this is to a T, Willow. We were driving one time with one of my friends that's a firefighter, and Willow was like, there's a kid that died in a fire sitting on this porch. And we all just kind of looked at her and we were like, oh, okay. But he looked at her and he was like, how'd you know that?
Oh.
And he was like, I fought that fire. How'd you know that? And I was like, oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God. And then another friend, we were in the cemetery one time, and they were like, yeah, just guess where my mom is buried. And she walked over said somewhere in this section she likes purple flowers.
Oh.
Yep, she sure does.
Oh, Willow.
Yep. When she was younger, she used to talk to my grandmother and she would tell us about her keds that she wore. Granny wore keds every day. Like, Granny would wear high-waisted, like, ankle jeans, would wear the cutest, like, button-up tops tucked into her jeans, was always so cute, but always wore keds. And she had never seen a picture of her. And she described the picture, like, what she would look like. And I showed her a picture, and I said, is this her? And she said, yeah. She plays dolls with me all the time.
Oh.
I was like, oh, man. I said, well, if her husband shows up, don't talk to him, okay? He's going to teach you bad words.
Yeah, I think there's parts of it that would be really, like, I would love that. Because I would love to talk to my grandmother again. And also, I'd never really thought about more of the burden part of it, I guess. Like what Carrie's talking about there.
Yeah.
Like, there are parts of it that would be
scary.
Yeah, and just hard, like overwhelming.
Right.
You know? Okay. Now we'll read mine.
Yes.
This one's from Amanda. In April of 1990, she sent this, by the way, at 11:11 a.m.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
11:11 used to be like...
You remember?
Yes. I had read something that was like, you need to decide what your sign is, like, for yourself. Like, this is the sign that, you're kind of on the right path or whatever. And I decided that mine was 11:11. And it was like... all of a sudden, it was just everywhere. So I always am just like happy when I
look,
see it.
there it is.
I know.
On your paper.
In April of 1990, we moved into a new house. I was 8 and not used to having my own room. So when I complained of being cold, my tired sign, and having bad dreams, my mom thought it was just taking a while for me to adjust. But years later, weird stuff continued to happen in that room. When I was given the opportunity to move into the converted garage at 13, I was all over it.
She said, yep.
Yeah, get me out of here. We opened the back room up to friends or family members that needed a place to stay, but they never stayed long. They all mentioned how much colder it was than the rest of the house and that their TVs and radios always switched to the Spanish channel.
Oh.
By 2008, I was expecting my son, and that room had become a storage catch-all, which we kept locked. Until one night, a young man came to me in my dreams and asked me, in Spanish, to please unlock the door.
What?
He said he wouldn't hurt us. He just liked to be able to walk through the house freely.
Oh.
He also told me his name was Raul.
Ooh.
You better believe the next day that door was unlocked.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
In 2011, my best friend Megan moved into that room, and Raul continued with his trickery. We were used to it by then, so we would ask him to turn down the radio or shut the door behind him, and he would freaking do it.
Oh my gosh.
That would, entertain the crap out of me.
Yes.
When I sold the house in 2017, I found some paperwork about a roofer who fell to his death while the home was being built in the 1950s. He died in that back bedroom, and his name was Raul.
Oh my gosh.
I've literally got chills.
Yeah, same. Whoa, that's wild.
That is wild. But it's also, it's a cute one. He just seemed real.
He was just real polite.
Yeah. Could you just leave the door open?
Yeah. I just want to wander.
I just want to listen to some radio.
Yeah, watch the TV. But I'm going to switch it to Spanish because I have no clue what you all are saying.
Also, I wonder why ghosts would have any limitations through a locked door.
Yeah.
I'm confused by that.
Yeah.
But also, I don't understand the rules.
Or maybe he wanted to just show himself and keep it open. So you could go in there with him.
That's true, too. Because it also may be like a ghost who maybe doesn't quite realize he's dead.
Right.
Or doesn't know all the things he can do. Maybe in his mind, the locked door does still matter, even though it doesn't really.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
This reminds me of, I know I've brought up Austin already in this episode, but my friend Austin, she is the best. And she was talking about a friend of hers. I can't remember where she lives, but it's not in Kentucky. But she believes her house is haunted.
Oh my gosh.
And they had some friends of friends who do ghost things, ghost hunting things. So they had them come over and kind of confirmed, yes.
Yeah.
There's a spirit here. They're good natured, whatever.
Okay.
And so they talk on Marco Polo.
Oh, wow.
And Austin said that her friend was on Marco. And then she stepped outside because she was I don't want to talk about the ghosts in front of them. And I thought that was the funniest thing because I was yeah, that's true. Yeah. I also wouldn't want to sit there and talk about, listen, could you just not listen in right now? This is a private conversation.
Close your ears. Close your ears.
Ghosts. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think it's neat. So
that is really cool.
I love ghost stories. I'm so glad that we got so many. And I think we're going to try to do this, sprinkle them around for some Tuesday episodes and maybe pull some together for longer ones. We'll see. But it is so fun. And,
it's
we
fun
always
to get to know
hearing
you
from
all too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we love you.
so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.